Welcome to the Hands Up If You're Human podcast and to our Inalienable Truths series of episodes. We are all storytellers, and all of our stories contain biases which skew how we see ourselves and the world around us. In these episodes, we will look at what we are left with when we strip the stories away. Welcome back. This is the first recording of season 2 of the Inalienable Truth series. Anyone who has listened to the first episode of season 2, feeling like a fraud, will know that today I am flying solo. Lisa has a huge number of commitments at the moment, and as a result, has limited time available for us to record these podcasts. So we are keeping her time focused on the main episodes where a richer discussion is possible. So for the time being, I'm going to be doing these on my own. Now, anyone who has listened in the past will know we've already done 3 of these. These Inalienable Truths compile a book of 50 inalienable and often inconvenient truths. So, because we want these to remain short and to the point, I will give you number 4. The other 3, you can go back to wherever you get your podcast from and give them a listen. But number 4, all decisions are primarily motivated by a desire to expose ourselves to something or insulate ourselves from something. Let's give you a second for that to sink in. I'll give it to you again. All decisions are primarily motivated by a desire to expose ourselves to something or insulate ourselves from something. And the touch of nuance that goes with this: when we choose not to do something or delay a decision, that is an insulating choice, one intended to protect us. When we are decisive and take action, that is an exposing choice. Once we identify the primary motivator, we can go in search of why that motivator is shaping our decisions. Now, I don't know how this is landing with you. For me, this was I've spoken about it before, but I spent such a long time, more than 2 decades, fundamentally afraid of the outcome, fundamentally afraid of taking action because I didn't know what was going to happen. And the story I told myself right at the beginning of these episodes, I've changed the intro to this episode as well, to really acknowledge the fact that we are storytelling machines. We spend our entire lives telling ourselves stories, telling other people stories, and all of those stories go into formulating our blueprint. And our blueprint's role, it's to help us survive. It automates our reactions with the primary intention of keeping us alive. But that's got nothing to do with us thriving. So when we have multiple choices ahead of us, how much do we benefit, or could we benefit, from tapping into what is the primary motivator? Is it one of insulation? Am I desperate to protect myself? Or am I taking up space? Am I being more courageous and saying, actually, no, I want to expose myself to something new, something, whatever it might be? There's nothing wrong with either one of those choices either. You know, there are so many things in our lives that our natural reaction is to protect ourselves from what we perceive the outcomes are likely to be. But here's the thing, let's go back to, we're all storytellers. We do not know the future. And even when we can reflect on a prediction we have made in the past and it has come true, well, okay, so there are times when we can seemingly predict the future. However, when we allow that prediction to fundamentally shape whether we even take the risk, whether we even take the step, whether we stand big and take up all of the space that we deserve, when we allow that projection, that story, to dictate our actions and we go into protection mode, what do we end up with? What of our core needs, which of those are met and which of those are pushed to the side? Again, no judgment. Life is challenging. So this is really about, can you reflect on past decisions? Can you reflect on choices you are faced with at the moment? And just tap into which side of this decision-making process is dominant. Are you looking to protect yourself, insulate yourself from some feared outcome? Or are you approaching it from an exposure perspective, where what you stand to gain from that decision is of greater value to you than the fear of maybe what you are insulating yourself from? I will give you both the Inalienable Truth and the Touch of Nuance one more time, and then I will leave you to your day. Blueprint truth number 4. All decisions are primarily motivated by a desire to expose ourselves to something or insulate ourselves from something. When we choose not to do something or delay a decision, that is an insulating choice, one intended to protect us. When we are decisive and take action, that is an exposing choice. Once we identify the primary motivator, we can go in search of why that motivator is shaping our decisions. I will leave you with that. Thank you so much for listening. Please do like, comment, and share the podcast. Lisa and I really want these to reach as many people as we can, and hopefully help as many people as we can reflect on what's going on in their lives. We're both firm believers we cannot address what we aren't aware of, and we're hoping that some of these episodes help you bring a little bit more awareness. And please let us know what you think of the show. If you have any thoughts or questions or anything you would like us to cover, you can get hold of us at handsupifyou'rehuman@gmail.com. And in another couple of episodes, Lisa will be back, but I will be back with another snippet of what I perceive to be wisdom in a few days. Take care. Bye-bye.